you go, I'd like to remind you one more time about the importance of using these mirrors. We have had so many sideswipe accidents.
Harold L. Smith, originator of the Smith system of no-accident driving, has instructed thousands of drivers, including many professionals. In fact, he's the pro's pro.
Drive for 5 to 10 years without in a situation where he has to swerve or skid his tires on dry pavement to avoid an accident.
With the Smith system, you simply develop 5 good driving habits which tell you what to see and what to look for. Aim high in steering. Get the big picture. Keep your eyes moving. Make sure they see you. Leave yourself an out. The Smith system protects you from distractions that lead to accidents. For instance, the route distraction. You get so interested in whether to turn or stop, you put on the brakes without checking the rear. Or you permit yourself to be distracted by the scenery. Or get to wool gathering about personal affairs, so you fail to see where you're driving. Another cause of accidents is any sort of distraction inside the car that takes your eyes away from your driving. And still another distraction results from lack of practice in performing unfamiliar driving tasks. The driver whose seeing habits are adjusted to familiar rural roads can be easily confused by the complications of city traffic. It works both ways. When city drivers encounter unfamiliar driving conditions in the country, these distractions should not get you into serious trouble if you practice the 5 good habits of the Smith system. Aim high in steering. Your target is the center of your lane way out ahead. If you look out there, your car will automatically move in the center of the lane. Low aim driving sighted over the left fender will cause you to drive way over here to your left. A perfect setup for an accident. Now that you are aiming high, get the big picture ahead. You are moving through a constantly changing scene, and the important thing is to see the right things. You will see the wide, deep scene, noting key parts of the picture, such as the car coming in from the left, the flash of brake lights on the car ahead, or a parked car with the driver at the wheel. When you have the habit of seeing the big picture, you can speed up, slow down, or change lanes to keep from getting trapped. Number 3 is to keep your eyes moving. Scanning the roadway continuously gives you a wide-screen motion picture of the scene ahead, plus a continuous check on the constantly changing picture to the rear. The Smith system says, check for possible hazards to the rear continuously. Make it a habit. When you see a hazard ahead, don't stare at it. Dispose of it by adjusting speed, changing lanes, signaling, or all 3 if necessary. These 3 seeing habits of the Smith system give you triple protection. The high aim, big picture habits tell you if objects ahead are moving or standing still. You must see such objects in relation to the ground to make a safe decision. When visibility is bad, you are forced to look low to find your steering path. You must automatically reduce your speed. If you find that you can't sustain your eye-moving habit, if you have to resort to a low aim and a fixed stare to keep the car on the road, you must automatically reduce speed to match the safety requirements at hand. The 4th good habit is to make sure that drivers of other vehicles see you as you approach them. Before passing another car, make sure he sees you. Tap your horn or flash your lights to make sure he is stabilized in his lane. A dangerous habit to avoid is driving in the blind spot of the rear vision of the car ahead for more than a second or two. He may veer into your path just as you are getting ready to pass. Signal with your horn or lights to be certain that the pedestrian sees you. If you see a parked car in turnout position, use your horn if necessary. But be prepared to swing left, slow down, or stop if his wheels begin to move. And always, always, signal your intention to turn. The fifth of the 5 safe driving habits is the end product of all the others. Leave yourself an out. Your main purpose is to blend in traffic, to look for the line of least resistance, and never become a serious obstacle to anyone else. Whenever possible, have at least 1 car length between you and the car ahead for every 10 miles of speed. At 50 miles an hour, this means 5 car lengths. To avoid being boxed in, do your best to drive with an open space to the right or left for an emergency lane change. The Smith system brings out the importance of adjusting your speed to the greatly shortened sight distances of hills or curves and observing the road shoulder so you either have braking distance or a swerving path to leave yourself an out. Well, that's the Smith system. And because of its deep concern with the need to improve driving practices, the Traffic Safety and Highway Improvement Department of Ford Motor Company recommends the Smith system. It keeps you from making mistakes and guards you from errors made by others.